Everyone, I'm Mia and I am a concussion and brain care specialist. And today I want to talk about this brain. So it's a 29-year-old female with ADHD and anxiety. And we did the brain scan with the system called MindLift using the Muse headsets like this. So we use a scan in our clinic here, but people can do it at home as well, using the scan to check her brain activity. So this is, again, a scan of a 29-year-old female with ADHD and anxiety. So looking quickly at the scan here, you can see green. She's compared to other females her age. So we have eyes open and eyes closed on the other thing. It's cutting me off. And you can see green is normal. Red is above average in these frequencies. So there's delta, theta, low beta, or alpha. Alpha's here in this range, you're seeing lots of red, and then beta and high beta, which is thinking down here. So these are the frequencies, eyes open, eyes closed. So in this brain here, you can see red is more than normal, blue is less than normal. So there's definitely some things to highlight here. You can see that bright red spot, and that is in the alpha range. So that's like, her brain is in this stage of like, kind of daydreaming, and it's hard for it to get into focus mode, because focus mode and performance mode down here on the bottom, that's where we need it. We actually want it to be a little yellow there. We want to be able to perform, and this person is not, her brain's not comfortable in that frequency, and it's not going there enough. So you can see that pattern right away. But looking at her positives first, if you can see up here, her task performance. So she had to do some cognitive task work. It was exceptional. She has very high performing brain, 93% in the back and 151% higher. It's above average, well above norms for her brain. It's very strong and able to shift into alpha, which is calmness, but her peak alpha is 11 hertz, which is optimal for her age. And in terms of performance, she scored 95% accuracy on attention testing. So her executive functioning is perfectly intact, but here's where there's concern. So there's a bit of, this is where brain patterns come in, and this is where we could help. So basically she has frontal theta elevation, which means her brain is producing too many slow waves up front. This bright red area right here in this category, that's where it's just, it can make thinking feel inefficient or sluggish. Her beta activity, which is down here, this beta activity, it's lower than normal. It's suppressed, especially centrally, suggesting underarousal, and her brain has trouble getting into focus mode, which is needed. At the same time, she has high beta spikes with suppression in the rest of the brain. This creates what we call the anxiety funnel, where all the worry gets concentrated in the front, while peripheral awareness is shut down. So that's another pattern that we see here in these brain maps. Her alpha and beta symmetry are both just below normal, with the right dominance, which often reflects anxiety and emotional processing overpowering logical and left brain thinking. So these patterns are showing up. You can see the imbalance here between left and right. Asymmetry always brings that up, and we can see that in the charts. Finally, her posterior response is highly elevated, which points to disrupted sleep architecture. So this means her sleep cycles may not be giving her full recovery, adding to daytime fatigue. So what does this look like day to day? Even though she can perform extremely well on short tests, her brain is working much harder than it should. That overeffort shows up as mental fatigue, feeling less sharp than she used to, difficulty sustaining focus in real world ongoing tasks. Adding in that anxiety funnel and poor sleep quality, it makes perfect sense why she feels drained. What could we do and how could we help? With neurofeedback, we would be wanting to help the brain move out. We target the frontal theta beta balance to boost efficiency and focus, and we'd work on reducing the frontal high beta spikes to calm anxiety. These red points here, let's see if you can see down here. So we'd be working on helping that area and address sleep markers in her brain so she can fully restore. So basically her neurofeedback program would look like 20-minute sessions, probably 3 to 5 times a week. She'd put the headband on and probably electrode in a specific spot, but sometimes just the headband on. And then it's hooked to our app, the MindLift app, and we have platform set up so that she opens up her Netflix or YouTube video that she's already going to be watching, but now it's overlaid through this brain training program. So when we set up the zones we want her to practice in, we want her brain to go into clear focus modes and reduce this anxiety mode. When this is measuring, when the frequencies are in the zones that we're training for, the video gets clearer and the volume goes up. And when she's not in those zones, or maybe zoning out or in anxiety mode, the video would get dimmer and the volume would go down. So her brain would start getting that feedback, figuring out what she needs to do to get a clearer video. That's brain training. It's like going to the gym, working that muscle, being in the frequencies and training your brain to get there and be comfortable there. So it's like going to the gym with your brain. She would do these sessions. You need like 20 to 40 sessions at least to make a difference. Just like anything, it's not a magic pill. It's a training program, but it's drug-free, and it's a way to help change the patterns that our brain has gotten stuck in, maybe from trauma, maybe from prolonged stress, all of these things. So there would be maybe some lifestyle things, some supplement things to add as well. But the brain training program would look like this: wearing the headband, being in her own home, watching the Netflix videos she wants. Maybe at first it would be very frustrating because it would be in dim mode all the time. Eventually her brain will figure it out. This is a way we can train brains. So it's really exciting about neurofeedback is approaching the brain from a frequency level and making changes, helping the brain to get comfortable in a more balanced state. So if this is exciting to you, and if you're curious about what your brain map might look like, check out the links in my bio. You can get a scan, especially all you need is a Muse headband, and then we could do a video call, guide you through a scan on our platform. And then we would also set up a protocol for you. So all of this is available in the links in my bio. And if you're just curious about seeing these brain patterns, what brain patterns look like, follow along. I'll be doing more videos like this, talking about what I'm learning about brains and how we can help them, how we can heal them. All part of my working with concussions, working with brains. And I am so thankful. I see daily that brains change, brains can heal. If you are struggling with a brain challenge, maybe I can share some information that would help you along the way, or maybe a brain scan could be what you need to get you started, to help get to know your brain, validate what's going on for you, and also give you a plan of something that could actually make a difference, take you further. So follow, like, subscribe. I'm brain curious and I'm sharing everything along the way. You take care, and let's take care of our brains together.